Intern Media. I'm here with Aisha, up and coming poet, actually based in New York. I saw you perform in Queens, and you performed King, which is that's kind of like the recurring theme now. That's one of your biggest poems right now, right? Now let's talk about that a little bit, because I'm not really I write, but I'm not really a poet. I would consider myself a poet. So can you take me through the process of putting together just a poem, and then also take me through the process of getting it ready for a performance? Because when you're up there on stage, you're doing more than just reciting. You're actually performing a poem.
So I guess it depends what the poem is about.
Okay.
I can either sit there and write it in that moment.
Okay.
Or let's say it happened hours ago or days before, and I'm just thinking about it. It has to be something that really affected me.
Okay. And you had to take a lot of time with it, or?
Depending where I want it to go.
Okay.
So like with King, I wanted it to go to there. Like I wanted someone to read it and be like, damn, like I'm King.
Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt when I, was listening to you recite.
Right. The process of getting something ready for a performance is just hard. Actually, I get nervous easy, and I just recite it because I don't memorize easily.
Okay.
So I have to recite it to myself, and then start speaking it out loud. So for that show, my boyfriend actually sat me down every day and was just like, ready off the top, King. And I was just like, I'm not even ready. He's like, so what, King, right now. And that's what you need though. Like in anything, in motivation, just you need that motivation in life. So that's my process. Just sitting down there, knowing what I have to do, and knowing that I want to make it somewhere further, then my delivery has to be on point.
Exactly.
So it can affect people like you.
You have a confidence about you when you're performing, and you have that great delivery. How long did it take you to get to that point? Because I don't know when you first started actually performing poems,
So I started performing definitely in 2015.
Okay.
Very something recent, something very recent. My friend just said, come out to this lounge. They have open mics.
Okay.
This is the point when I was still using my book, and I was the only one going on stage with my book, and it was like, this is funny.
Off of it.
Like I can't read my book all the time. It was a very nice book though.
Okay.
But, so from there it was just like, I have to have confidence in what I've written and how I want it said. So I just started memorizing it, and then it just, you keep saying it over and over and over, and you get that reaction from the crowd.
And that gives you even more.
And it's just like, okay.
So you were doing some open mic stuff too, which is, I'm sure that's helpful. Because that's like practice, right? Kind of just getting out there, and I guess it's kind of like with stand-up comedy. People have to go to comedy clubs and just see, if this material is going to get some type of laughter from the crowd, or do I need to go back to the drawing board and develop something different? So that's interesting. Okay, let's get back to King. Okay, so you recently, we talked about you did the video for. Just talk about what was the vision behind that video before you even were able to do the video and have it shot. What were you thinking? Okay, this is what I want people to get from this project.
Well, first off, the vision started off as visions. I had many different things that I was looking at as I want my video to be. So I want to think outside the box.
Okay.
You watch videos every day and it's like, okay, well that looks like that looks like that. I want to do something totally different. So at first it was just like, I just wanted a guy.
Okay.
I wanted a black and white setting, surrounding.
Okay.
And I just kind of wanted to walk around him.
Okay.
Speak as I walk, and certain words and certain times up close on him.
Okay. Yeah, because King is, I guess that's the
right. That would be my man. And sometimes close-ups on me and stuff like that. So simple, but still very strong. Yeah. Just black and white, and when I want people to look at it, I want them to hear exactly what I'm saying.
Okay.
Word for word. I was nervous in that video too. It's fine. And I want them, let's say if it's a man watching the video, I want him to feel empowered as a king.
Okay.
In the essence of the word. Obviously not king and royalty, but as a man of that stature. And in a woman's perspective, just as what she can have a man feel or just get into her feelings herself, maybe.
Okay. And I might be putting a shameless plug in there, but I feel like, for some reason, I feel like that Queen could be. I'm seriously, I'm not even trying to be funny. I feel like I could see you doing something like that because that's interesting. Because you're both are powerful. The man and the woman definitely are powerful. So that's pretty cool that you were able to kind of, I guess, show your respect for the king and a man, and then but Queen.
It's funny you said that because I actually wrote down the poem in my new notebook the other day, and the last word to the piece is Queen.
Is Queen, okay.
So I was just like, what's next? We'll find out.
That's cool. Aisha, big picture wise, what are you hoping to, like, what kind of impact do you want to have? When you look down the line, like 5-10 years down the line, what kind of impact do you want to have with your art?
I want to make it. I want people to know my name. I've tried actually putting myself out there like in subtle ways. I used to write like pieces of my poetry on dollar bills. Okay. And just go to certain places, and when you like in different boroughs, and just be like, oh, like even if it's a dollar van or a convenience store, just anywhere. Because one day someone's gonna pick that up and be like, Exactly. But I want to make it. I want to be known. I want to. Just my words. I want my words to change lives.
So I always, with what I do, we were talking about this offset. I always like to not only put the art out there to people and show them what your talent and your gift is, but also I like to show and introduce people to the person behind their art. So let's talk about that.
I'm a mother to a beautiful daughter.
How has that impacted you, just as a person and as a poet?
So speaking back to motivation. People ask what motivates you, and there's a whole bunch of different answers. 5 years down the line, when I'm hopefully, I can even put a book out with all this stuff.
Exactly.
My daughter is definitely inspiring and helps build up to that. She's 16 months now, and that's my girl.
Now I'm gonna ask you to just show me some love with the camera. Just shout me out a little bit. Shout
out to this incredible guy. He saw me perform. And I'm pretty sure he said yes when I said, any kings out there? So shout out to this man, this king.
Thank you.
Intern Media, Carl, KP Nelson, I think that's his Instagram name. Follow him, follow me.
How can people follow you? They want to support you.
On Instagram, _AnotherBadCreation.
Any questions you have for me? Or?
No, I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
Nervous? Hey, look, we all. I'm nervous. Honestly, I get nervous all the time. Even like people say, "Oh, this is what you like to do." I mean, because you want to do well, right? So
yeah, definitely.
It's no different. When I was playing ball, I used to forever game, but once I let jump ball go up, I'm in there, I'm good. Because then we're right there. That's interesting you say that because when you perform, you don't seem like you get nervous.
You know what it was? I had a whole lot of my friends there.
Oh, that's
there was someone else that had a lot of people, and then me. I had like the second most people there.
Usually that makes you more nervous, right?
No, because they're like my main supporters.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay, I'm doing this for you.